Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey just tweeted something that'll send SHIB prices through the roof. I mean, it's insane. Find out all about that in today's video. Plus, we'll also be checking out other crazy bullish SHIB updates as well as other huge crypto updates. So make sure to watch this video to the end and don't miss a single second. Loads of updates headed your way now. Let's go. Disclaimer. Hey there, SHIB Army, and thank you for joining in once again. If you're new to the channel, you're more than welcome. You've found the right place to get all the latest SHIB updates as they come. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know once I post a new video, which is, by the way, every day. That said, let's get on with today's video. Because I like fun things, here's a fun fact for you to get things going. SHIB now has a larger market cap than Robinhood, and if you can't appreciate how impressive this is, you need a bit of schooling. Don't worry, I've got you. So I covered in a previous video how the addition of SHIB to Robinhood is currently in the works. And as you already know, there's a petition that has been making the rounds, urging Robinhood to list Shiba Inu on its site. Currently, the petition has garnered close to 400,000 signatures and is now headed toward the 500,000 mark. Anyway, you'll already know that Robinhood is a brokerage firm that is quite popular among crypto traders. There are currently about 7 different altcoins listed on its platform, including SHIB's close relative or mortal enemy, depending on how you look at it, Dogecoin. However, despite the growing number of signatures and the increasing pressure both from within and outside the crypto community, Robinhood is still practically silent on the issue. Now, when you think about how people are rightfully pressing for SHIB to be added to the Robinhood platform, you'll have to agree that it is quite interesting that SHIB now has a larger market cap than said firm. That is, SHIB is now more valuable than the platform that has continued to delay listing the token. When you think about it, it's beyond mind-blowing, right? I know. Probably more impressive is the fact that SHIB also has a higher market cap than both Etsy and Pinterest. And not just that, shibaswap, Shiba Inu's DeFi protocol, has now been certified by Certicay. So, contrary to what some experts thought, Shiba Inu is now a DeFi ecosystem and not just a meme token. Some of us definitely hoped for some or all of this and probably saw them coming, but I didn't think anybody expected things to happen this early and this quickly. That said, you'll have to agree with me that there's no talking about SHIB and its successes without talking about Dogecoin. I know that both enthusiasts do not particularly see eye to eye, but they kinda share similar origins. Both cryptos are what you call meme coins. This means that they thrive on hype and celebrity influencers. They've also both seen a lot of price rallies, thanks to the self-acclaimed Doge father, Elon Musk. However, these days, with SHIB's uptrend, that's about where all the similarities end. But aside from their origins, Dogecoin and SHIB, together with other meme coins like them, have been credited with bringing in a lot of new investors into the crypto space, especially in recent times. They are low in entry in that they currently don't cost as much as the big boys, but they also show a lot of promise, making them the preferred choice for people who are just looking to test the waters. And with the influx of new investors, there is sure to be a significant increase in the value of cryptocurrencies across the board. Just so you can better appreciate what I'm talking about, you should know that the Coinbase app is currently the most downloaded app in the US App Store. Now, this is not the first time that Coinbase is achieving this feat. It reached this high in December of last year and more recently, May of this year. However, the reason a lot of people have been downloading the app in the past few days definitely has something to do with the fact that SHIB has been soaring like crazy recently. So it makes sense that the biggest thing to happen to the crypto market in a while is encouraging more people to invest in crypto. Hence the increase in Coinbase downloads. However, while some people are comfortable mentioning SHIB and Dogecoin in the same breath, the founders of each of those cryptos are not particularly enthusiastic about the other. This is, of course, not new information, but it came to mind because of an interesting Twitter interaction I saw. A Matt Wallace tweeted, #SHIB is shocking the world right now. How high can it go? Make sure to follow quickly with the notifications on to get fast real-time updates on Shiba Inu coin and Dogecoin. To which Satoshi Kasuma replied, LOL. What's interesting about this interaction is that Wallace is a Dogecoin enthusiast that is notorious for ragging on SHIB. So Satoshi could definitely not pass up the chance to clown on him when he decided to jump on SHIB's recent successes. Anyway, the origin of the beef between the SHIB army and Dogecoiners might have something to do with the fact that SHIB's tagline is Dogecoin Killer. But whatever the actual reason is, the founders of both crypto plus their enthusiastic supporters take pleasure in clowning the other, which is almost always interesting to watch. That said, it's about time we got to talking about what Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey did. But before we dive in, this channel has a daily giveaway of 100,000 SHIB. For a chance to participate in the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment below. Hashtag Shiba Inu. Good luck. So, a couple of days ago, Twitter co-founder and CEO Jack Dorsey sent out a tweet that reads, "Hyperinflation is going to change everything. It's happening." Now, for context, consumer price inflation in the US has been at a high for about 30 years now. And while policymakers have been trying to downplay things, there's a growing concern that the situation is much worse than people thought. This growing concern seems to be COVID-related, but Dorsey's tweet has done nothing to allay people's fears in that regard. In fact, it has probably confirmed the fears for those who consider billionaires like Dorsey authorities in a subject like this.
Shibarium burn. That's the phrase for today. Finally, we're witnessing the culmination of hard work, not just from Shiba Inu developers, but also other entities. Shiba Inu's supply is massive, and action is needed now before it's too late. We simply need more projects to move to Shibarium. And spoiler alert, I might have found that one project with the potential to attract a massive audience. The purpose of this project is nothing short of phenomenal. But what on earth am I talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. At this point, I think we all know what Shibarium is and its purpose. But while many of us are familiar with the concept of Shibarium and its role to help us migrate from ridiculously expensive fees on the Ethereum network, there's a deeper layer to this revolutionary development that deserves our attention. Beyond just a solution to high fees, Shibarium holds the key to addressing a significant challenge for Shiba Inu, the giant Shibarium. We're all chanting for Shiba Inu to hit 1 penny or more. But what about the burning part of the equation? The Shiba Inu dev team during these years has been pulling out all the stops to shrink that colossal 500 trillion supply. But most attempts have been a bit like trying to catch smoke with your hands. Not too successful. But Shibarium actually intended to be the final attempt to change it all. For the newcomers, the dev team promised to allocate 70% of gas to the Shiba Inu dev team. And while Shibarium was launched over 6 months ago, the team found out that Shiba Inu ecosystem alone simply can't pull enough transactions to finally start burning trillions tokens. I mean, they already did a $400,000 burn back in December, but it didn't impact the price much. So, just recently, the Shiba Inu dev team came up with a genius idea. The Inu dev team came up with a plan to onboard other projects onto Shibarium, aiming to supercharge transaction volumes and bring about a significant shift. Think of Shibarium as the Uber or Airbnb of the crypto world, serving as a facilitator for new projects, a middleman that orchestrates a win-win situation for everyone involved. For project developers, it's a golden opportunity. They can launch their own crypto projects for almost free, thanks to the ridiculously low fees facilitated by Shibarium. Picture this: a level playing field where anyone can dip their toes into building something substantial without breaking the bank. Crypto users, on the other hand, are in for a treat. They can seamlessly transact, invest in projects created by regular individuals, and secure profits, all with fees so low it's practically free. It's a democratization of the crypto space, opening doors for enthusiasts and investors alike. And let's not forget Shibarium itself. Acting as the conduit for these projects, it stands to gain from the increased transaction volume, generating a substantial amount of fees revenue. And let's not forget that 70% of this revenue is committed to being converted into Shiba Inu tokens and promptly burned. This commitment translates into a positive cascade effect within the Shiba Inu community. As Shibarium collects substantial fees revenue, the continuous burning of Shiba Inu tokens becomes a reality. It's a strategic move that not only addresses the challenge of the 500 trillion token supply, but also aligns with the community's demand for Shiba Inu tokens. Shibarium can burn trillions of tokens when fully active. And this is where things get interesting. In a recent revelation by Lucy, a key member of the Shiba Inu development team, the bombshell dropped. They are in the process of onboarding over 1,000 new projects onto Shibarium. Yes, you heard it right. A staggering number that promises to inject a new level of dynamism into the Shiba Inu ecosystem. It sets the stage for an unprecedented surge in transaction volumes, catapulting Shibarium into a realm of influence that could reshape the landscape of the entire Shiba Inu project. Now, as we stand on the cusp of this monumental shift within Shibarium, it's essential to recognize that the early stages are often the most electrifying. Picture this. The first wave of projects onboarded onto Shibarium is poised to experience explosive growth. And you wouldn't want to miss out on that opportunity. In fact, I've stumbled upon a project that's been going on for a long time. It's called the Shibarium Project. It's an exceptionally promising AI project. The development team behind it has not only pledged to bridge to Shibarium very soon, but also possesses the potential to send Shibarium's transaction volumes skyrocketing. But what am I talking about? Well, let me explain. As it was mentioned above, this project brings a massive AI-related crypto projects are not new. And yes, that is a trending topic. But here's the problem. All of them are only claiming they'll do something amazing in the future and are not ready to get product before they begin the marketing. It's like a trend. Everyone's talking about it, but no one is actually doing something. But the project you are about to learn isn't just chat. It's already brought something mind-blowing to the table. While others are all about promising, this one's actually delivering. So get ready to meet a project that's not just riding the AI trend, but has already made waves with something seriously impressive.